Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Emma. Thank you so much for joining me. Here we do a lot of different yoga flows. Today's is going to be a short but spicy, a lot of abdominal and core work and some twisting. Let's not waste any time and we're going to go ahead and get right into things. We're going to start in a child's pose today at the back of the mat. Bring your knees wide, your big toes to touch. Always an option for any props, maybe a bolster between your legs. If this doesn't feel good on your knees, you can lie flat on your belly with your forehead on your top hand. The palms would be stacked in crocodile pose. Empty your lungs completely. Take a slow 4-count inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold that at the top for 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly breathe out for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold that at the bottom for 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, breathe in. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. One more. Breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. Hold. Big inhale. Sigh it out. Seal your lips. Breathe in and out through your nose. Ujjayi breath. Crawl your fingertips a little bit more forward. Tone your belly a little bit. So you almost kind of lift your ribs away from your thighs. So you're taking the arch out of your back. Squeeze your low belly. Lengthen your arms, your elbows, forearms lifting up off the mat. Walk your hands to the right. And over to the left. Walk your hands through center. And then grab the mat, slide all the way forward, hips towards your wrist crease. So you're kind of into a cobra pose. You can straighten your arms, lock out your elbows, stretch the front of your body, and then push back towards child's pose once again. So like an extended cat-cow. As you inhale, you'll pull yourself forward, hips towards your wrist crease. Look up at the ceiling or the sky. Exhale like child's pose. Sink your tailbone towards the back of your mat. Again, inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale, push back. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, shift back. Inhale, shift forward, cobra pose. This time bend your elbows a little bit so you can pin your shoulder heads back, lift your sternum a bit. Roll the inner thighs down so the toes aren't flopping in, heels out. The toes point directly back. Then tuck your toes, head back to downward facing dog. Blocks if you need them under your hands. Spread your fingers. The pointer fingers point forward. Other 3 splay out to the sides a bit. Heels sinking, but they don't need to touch. Pedal your legs a bit if you like. Or find any other movement to help wake up your body. Think about moving your breath into the roof of your mouth, the back of your throat, all the way down the length of your spine. Lift both heels up off the mat. Think about hugging the ankle bones in, trying to push the thigh bones away from each other. Take the arch out of your lower back by pulling your bottom ribs in. Squeeze your low belly. Tippy toe all the way up towards the front of the mat. When you get there, let's go ahead and make a bind behind the back. If that doesn't feel good, you can just grab your elbows or put your hands behind your head. Feel free to move around a little bit, bend and straighten one leg at a time. There's areas of your body that feel a little stuck or stagnant. Move your energy, your breath there. Relax your jaw. Take the rounding out of your upper back. Switch the grip. So what I mean by that is a lot of times you just let the head hang and the arms fall up and over. Think about lifting the hands away from you. Pull your sternum towards the front of your mat. So you lengthen your spine. And then with all of that length in the sides, try to fold more. 3, 2, 1. Release your hands. Wiggle your feet in hip width. And very, very slowly ragdoll yourself all the way up to standing. Feet are hip width, press into the big toe mound, pinky side and heel of your foot. Feel the arches lift, squeeze your legs. Stretch both arms out and up. Interlace your hands, right thumb on top. Release your index finger. Pull your bottom rib down and scoop your tailbone. So you're not arching your back and sticking your butt out. Imagine you're sandwiched in between 2 panes of glass. Take an inhale. Exhale, lean over to your right. Stay in between those 2 panes of glass. Can you get lighter in your toes? And find more depth on your exhale. Inhale, center. Exhale, over to your left. More depth on the exhale. Inhale, center. Cactus, bend your arms and lean back. Squeeze shoulder blades together, hips forward, light toes. Reach your arms up and then fold forward. Lift up halfway. Put your hands down, mat or block. Step your left foot back. Spend 3 breaths in runner's lunge. You can move around or stay still. Back knee down, reach both arms up, low lunge. Take your left arm under your right arm or forearms together if this grip doesn't feel good. Lift your sternum and your elbows first and then lean back. Push your left shin, left toenails through the mat. Make your right heel nice and heavy and imagine dragging your right foot back. 3, 2, keep the arms, if possible, 1, half splits with a little twist to the right. Flex your right toes, pull your right hip down and back. If you can't keep the arms, that's okay. Put your hands on the mat or blocks. Elbows a little forward. Think sternum forward for 3, 2, 1. Release your hands. Bend your right knee. Step your right knee to meet your left knee, tabletop. Extend your left leg back, point your toes, arch your back a little bit like cow pose and look forward. Crunch your left knee to your nose, round your back. Extend your left leg back, gaze forward. Crunch knee to nose. One more time, inhale. Exhale. Left leg back, inhale. Tuck your right toes, find 3-leg down dog with the left leg up. Bend your left knee, stack your hips. Take 3 big circles, but try not to move the right leg around. The right leg stays strong and sturdy as it is. The right toes not changing directions. Take an inhale, square your hips. Crunch your left knee over to your right elbow. And then keeping your shoulders over your wrists, bring it to your left elbow. Bring it back to your right elbow. Left elbow, 3-leg downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, shift forward. Take a soft step forward and spend 3 breaths in runner's lunge on the left side. Feel free to use blocks. You can move or be still. Try to keep your breath moving. It's a nice big cycle of breath, not rushed. Drop your back knee and send both arms up. Take your right arm under your left arm. Start by lifting elbows, sternum up, then leaning back. So you're not dumping into the low back. Your ribs still pulling back, belly button back. I like to spread the right toes and push them down. 3, 2. Keep the arms, if possible, half splits. If not, hands on the mat or blocks. Think of a little twist to the left. So the right rib cage kind of going forward, the left rib cage a little out to the left. Keep pushing your right toenails and shin down for 3, 2, 1. Hands on the mat, bend your left knee. Step your left knee to meet your right knee, tabletop. Extend your right leg back, point your toes, gaze forward, inhale. Exhale, crunch right knee to nose. Extend your right leg back, gaze forward, crunch knee nose. One more time, inhale, and crunch. Right leg back, tuck your toes, left toes. Find 3-leg down dog, keeping the right leg up. Bend your knees, stack your hips, take 3 big circles without the left leg or the left toes moving too much. Square your hips, crunch your right knee to your left elbow. Keep your shoulders over your wrists as you bring your right knee to your right elbow. Back to your left elbow. Right elbow. 3-leg downward dog, inhale. Take a soft step forward with your right foot, followed by your left foot. Lift up halfway, forward fold. Inhale, rise, reach up all the way. Interlace your hands, opposite grip. Left thumb on top. Lengthen your body, zip up, and lean over to your right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Cactus, bend your arms and curl back. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Lift up halfway. Forward fold. Bend your knees, Utkatasana, chair pose. It's okay to lean your sternum forward a little bit. Try to push your butt back more. Soften, pull your ribs up and in. Take an inhale. Exhale, twist to the right. Reach your right arm back. As you do that, can you pull your left hip back? Inhale, reach both arms up. Exhale, twist to the left. Pull your left hip back. Inhale, reach both arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Lift up halfway. Plant your hands. Step back or jump back to plank pose. Shift your weight forward. Lower halfway, chaturanga. Push your toes back. Pull your chest forward into upward facing dog as you slide onto the tops of your feet. Exhale, roll over your toes to downward facing dog. Feet hip width. Heels bumped out slightly. Knees can be bent a tad. Squeeze quadriceps. Thigh bones pushing back. Outer hips lift. If you're arching your low back and dumping into your shoulders, pull your ribs in, lengthen your waist. Take a breath in. Exhale. Lift your right leg up behind you. Inhale. Exhale, step your right foot to your right thumb. Bump your left foot slightly left and come up crescent lunge. Start with a little bend in your back knee and then straighten your left leg. Bend your right knee more. Take a breath in. Exhale, hinge forward and sweep your right arm back. Feel your right hip crease pull back. Pump up your left leg. Reach your fingers away from each other. Next inhale, turn to your left, star pose. Palms pressed together, squeeze your legs, look up. Keep your feet oriented how they are, towards the long edge of your mat. Just bend your left knee, place your right hand down. You're in a side lunge twist. So left knee bent, push your butt back, firm down the outer edge of your right foot and look up at your left hand. Push into your feet once again and rise back up, star pose. To the back of your mat, warrior two. Adjust your feet. Bend deep into that left knee. Soften your shoulders. Flip your left palm, reverse warrior, reach up. Exhale, windmill your hands to the back of your mat. Find 3-leg down dog with the left leg up. Bend your knee, stack your hips. Stay there or shift your shoulders forward and flip yourself into wild thing. Make sure your right shoulder's over your right wrist. Push your spine in behind your heart. And then really, really slow, like you're moving through honey, softly step your left foot forward. Set your feet up by bumping the right foot slightly to the right and come up crescent lunge on the left side. You're facing the back of your mat. Take an inhale. Exhale, hinge forward and sweep your left arm back. So you're kind of like hinged halfway forward. The fingers reaching away from each other, left knee going forward and hip going back, like the femur bone is trying to get longer. Inhale, star pose, pivot to the long edge of your mat. Keep that orientation with your feet. Just bend your right knee, left hand down. Push your butt back. Try to lift the arch of your left foot. Inhale, back up, star pose, palms touch. To the front of your mat, warrior two. Flip your right palm, reverse warrior, reach up. Windmill your hands to the front of your mat. Send your right leg up behind you, inhale. Bend your knee, stack your hips, and either stay there or flip it over, wild thing. Make sure you roll to the outer edge of your left foot. It's like side plank on the left with a back bend. Nice and slow, flip it around, step right foot forward, right back into it. High lunge, crescent warrior, inhale. Exhale, hinge and twist right. Inhale, star pose. Exhale, side lunge twist, left knee bend. Star pose, look up. To the back, warrior two. Reverse warrior. Windmill down, back of the mat. Left leg up, inhale. Bend it, stack it, flip it over for 3. 2. 1. Slow, flip it around. Come up to a crescent lunge, left side. Hinge and twist left. Star pose, inhale. Side lunge twist, right knee bend. Star pose. To the front, warrior two. Reverse. Windmill down. Right leg going up, inhale. Bend it, stack it. Stay there or flip it for 3. So this is the opportunity to catch your breath. 2. 1, slow, flip it around. 1 more time. Right foot step, rise up, crescent lunge. Hinge and twist right. Star pose. Side lunge twist, left knee bend. Star pose. To the back, warrior two. Reverse. Windmill down. Left leg going up, inhale. Bend it, stack it. Flip it over, wild thing. Or maybe you float your foot, almost wild thing for 3. 2. Slow, step it around. Crescent lunge, inhale. Hinge and twist left. Star pose. Side lunge twist, right knee bend. Star pose. To the front, warrior two. Reverse. Windmill down. Right leg up. Bend it, stack it, stay there, flip it or almost flip it. That might be a little more challenging for 3. 2. 1, slow, flip it back around. Crunch your right knee over to your left elbow and kick it out, fall in triangle. Spin your back foot flat, reach your left arm up. Make sure your left leg is strong, like side angle or warrior 2. Extend your top arm with the palm down for 3, 2, 1. Left hand on the mat, step your right foot towards your right thumb. Drop your left knee for a moment and reach your arms up. Prayer hands at your heart center, twist to your right. Hook your left elbow outside your right knee. Once you feel your upper body kind of locked into place, tuck your left toes, pick your left knee up. Push your right palm down into your left palm. Get your sternum towards your thumbs. Pump up your left leg and then look down at your feet. Try to keep the twist, but you can come back to it if you need to. Step your left foot to meet your right foot, twisted chair pose. Knees together, weight to heels, sternum to thumbs for 3, 2, 1. Forward fold, grab your right wrist behind your ankles. Release that, rise all the way up to stand. Eagle, wrap your right arm under your left arm. Bend your knees, take your right leg over your left leg. Eagle pose. Right hip pulling back, bottom ribs down, back of your skull lift, long spine. Steady breath and steady gaze. Nice and slow, drop your elbows towards your top knee. Keep your arms and unwind your legs. So you're in Eagle 3. Drop your outer right hip. Dive your eagle beak towards the floor, little twist to the left. Your outer right hip continues to drop. Press the ball of your left foot down. Sternum a little forward for 3, 2, 1. Hands on the mat, step your right foot back. Drop your right knee. Spin your right shin behind you, and then take your right hand towards the back of your mat. This is one of my favorite transitions, modified side plank. So you're at the back of the mat, right hand, right fingers pointing towards the back, left toes turned in towards the long edge of the mat. Think about your left leg really strong, like warrior 2 or side angle. Your right arm really strong, like side plank. I want you to float your bottom knee, right knee off the mat, and kick it out, hold. Float your foot. If you need to, you can bend the knee. That's a little easier. Use your inner thighs for 3, 2, 1. Slide your right knee up behind your right wrist, pigeon pose. On the right side, you're facing the back of the mat. You can just take normal pigeon pose, or you could thread the left arm underneath if that feels nice. Relax your jaw. Focus more on the exhales. One more deep breath. Walk your hands back towards you. Roll onto your right hip and swing your left leg around. Janu Shirshasana. Bottom right foot, inner left thigh. Push those two parts of the body together. Send your arms up. Align over left leg and fold. Inhale, sternum forward. Exhale, fold. Drop your right armpit, right shoulder a little bit. Again, try to lead with your third eye instead of your chin. 3, 2, and 1. Lift yourself up. Navasana, boat pose. You can start with the leg or the shins parallel with the mat, maybe eventually work to straighten your legs. Adjust yourself so you don't fall out. For me, I have kind of like a bony tailbone, so this pose can be a little bit uncomfortable. You can always double fold the mat or put a towel underneath you. Lift your sternum, breathe. 3, 2, 1. Grab the back of your legs, rock up and down your spine 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Cross over your ankles, step or jump back, chaturanga. That's only our second chaturanga of class. Can you believe that? We've done all this stuff, got our heart rate up with so minimal chaturangas. All right, lift your left leg up, inhale, crunch over to your right elbow. Kick your left leg out, fall in triangle, spin your right foot flat, and reach your right arm up. Make sure your right leg's really strong, left arm's really strong, and then extend your top arm, palm down, pinky down for 3. 2, 1. Right hand down, left knee nose, step forward. Drop your back knee, send your arms up. Prayer hands at your heart and twist to the left. Right elbow hook outside. Once you feel your upper body kind of locked into place, you kind of almost lean a little bit to the right. That helps you twist more, left knee to the left. Then tuck your right toes, pop your right knee off the mat, and you're really pushing the back of the knee up. Think sternum to thumbs. 3, 2, 1 breath. Look down left foot, step right foot to meet left foot. You can come back to it if you need. Feet touch, knees together, weight to heels. Bring right knee back a little bit, keep leaning your upper back a little bit to the right for 3, 2, 1. Fold, grab your left wrist behind your ankles. Inhale, rise, reach up. Take left arm underneath right arm. Bend your knees, left leg over top. Your left hip will pull a little bit back, and that helps bring your knees more to center. Pull your bottom ribs down and your belly button back. Feel the back of your skull lift, lengthen your spine. Take a breath in. Slowly, with control, elbows to your top knee. Once you get there, just unwind the legs. Drop your outer left hip. So you already feel a little twist to the right. I like to keep a gentle bend in the standing leg. Push the ball of the right foot down as I dive, eagle dive towards the floor. So the right rib cage goes a little to the right. Keep dropping your outer left hip. Choose a spot, focus your gaze for 3, 2, 1. Hands on the mat, step your left foot back. Drop your left knee. Spin your left shin behind you. Modified side plank at the front. Your left hand at the front of your mat, fingers point forward. Extend your right arm. And then make sure you turn your right toes in so your foot's like warrior 2. Feel really strong through the right leg, really strong through the left arm. Pick your left knee up, kick it out, and float it. To modify, bend the knee. You really got to use your inner thighs and your core. Breathe. 3, 2, and 1. Pigeon pose on the left side. You can take regular pigeon pose or thread the right arm underneath. So don't always even need to do these, traditional yoga poses. You can take little variations or take things away from the poses and actually feel a lot more. Fallen triangle is challenging, but with the foot lifted, it's more like Vishvamitrasana. But even with that arm balance, you're at least grabbing the knee, so you're not or grabbing the knee or the foot. So it's not so much core work, it's more of the twist. This one's really just core and inner thighs, which are weak for most people because we're oftentimes just sitting, not using the inner thighs a lot. Start to walk your hands back towards you. Roll onto your left hip and swing your right leg around. Bottom left foot, inner right thigh. Send your arms up, align over right leg, and fold forward. Lengthen, inhale, fold, exhale. Belly button back, drop your left armpit. Even if you're someone who's really active, a lot of activities like walking, hiking, biking, you're not using your inner thighs so much. It's not very much lateral movement. So oftentimes they're weak. And then bring yourself back up. Savasana, round 2, final time. Extend your legs, try straight this time. Lift your sternum, active fingers. Take the rounding out of your back, spread your collarbones apart. Relax your jaw, breathe, 5. Slow breaths, 4. 3. 2. And 1. Lower low back to mat. Keep legs floating, arms floating, shoulder blades off the mat. Flutter kick your feet for 5, 4, 3, 2. Now scissor kick the feet, one over the other for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax onto your back. Take a big stretch. Inhale. Exhale, hug your knees in. Plant your feet close to you, arms by your side. Toes point forward. Scoop your tailbone towards your heels, then lift your hips up, bridge pose. Drive your feet down and forward. Little push of the chest towards the space, the wall, whatever's behind you. Soften your ribs down. Avoid the knees falling out. Two more breaths. Slow, lower hips down. Pull knees to chest. Grab your feet or ankles, happy baby pose. Tailbone down, back of the neck lengthening. A little tuck of the chin to the chest. Stay here, or you might like to straighten your right leg. And switch, straighten the left leg. Maybe both legs straight. Like happy baby, but bring the bottoms of the feet to touch, like Baddha Konasana. Try to pull the feet towards you. Get your low back towards the mat. Release that. Wrap your right leg on top of your left. Bump your hips to the right. Let your knees go left. Gaze right. Let your inner thighs soften. Relax your jaw. Slow down your breath. Slowly bring your knees back through center, unwind and switch. Left leg on top, hips left, knees right. Slowly, knees through center, unwind, big squeeze. Extend your legs straight, flop toes out. You can wiggle the shoulder blades underneath you if you need to towel your face off or adjust your body in any way you need to feel more comfortable. You don't want parts of your body really nagging at you here. Feel your eyelids become heavy. Your breath is definitely slowed down, but you're not really controlling your breath. Relax relax your jaw. Deep breath in and sigh, let go. Savasana. Slowly start to bring your awareness back. You can wiggle your fingers, your toes, or just make your breath a little bit deeper. When you're ready, stretch your arms overhead, roll to your right or left side while you hug your knees into your chest. And then we'll meet in a seated position. Try to keep your eyes closed, your attention inwards. You can rest your hands in your lap or on your thighs. Your peace is not in the words or the actions of anyone else. It's already within you, just waiting to be set into motion. Through our practice of yoga, we kind of set that peace into motion. So you feel this calm, maybe relaxation through your muscles, through your mind. And then we try to take that off of the mat. And that's where the real yoga happens, is off of the mat. So let that peace kind of seep into your life and be the catalyst for maybe someone else to find theirs as well. Bring your hands to heart center. Take a breath in and exhale. Thank you for choosing to practice with me and for sharing your energy. Namaste. Thank you for practicing yoga with me today. That quote that I read at the end is not mine. I have mentioned this man before. His name is Bhante. He's a Buddhist monk, and he's come and done some talks here in Phoenix, actually at the studio that I'm filming at. And I get his email every single morning. It's a different words of wisdom from him, and it's my absolute favorite way to start the day. Some resonate with me a lot. They're all amazing, but I get them at 5 a.m., so it's a perfect start to the day. I really liked that one was from today, so I thought I would share it with you. I'll put his website below so you too can sign up to get his newsletter, because it's really such an amazing start to the day. It's like the opposite of spam emails. If you liked my class, please give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you back next week for yet another yoga class. Happy holidays, and thank you so much for practicing with me.